Now we'll approach something that's sometimes seen as a bit tricky. We've got to get the electrical power from our solar panel down to our motor. So we need to do some wiring. Immediate problem, what sort of wire do you use? It's not important in this instance. Any wire that's not too heavy. You want to be able to move it around. It needs to be flexible so that it ends up neat and tidy. Almost any wire will be capable of carrying the current that you're talking about. We've then got, though, the next problem. How are you going to connect the wires to the various things? Solar panel has got those nice spade terminals on it. Ideally, soldering is good, but normally this is not a practice that's undertaken at primary school level because of the hot solder and the other health and safety issues. So we're down probably to using a push-on lug connector, a spade connector, which is available commercially. Now these come loose and they'll fit onto the spade on the panel. Need to be very careful though, these panels are quite flimsy, and if you're too rough fitting those on, you'll rip the terminals off. So caution is advised. The other reason you may not want to use these is they require tools. You need to strip the wire back a little bit, and you also need the crimping tool, which may not be available in every school. So once you've stripped the wire back, you just give it a twist to hold it together. Bend a bit back on itself, about 4mm, to make sure you've got enough wire to grip. It is entered into the lug, and then you just crush the lug down to make the connection. All of a sudden, I've got a nice end terminal ready to go. That's fine for the panel end, and if it's not fitting properly, you might need to just tighten it slightly or loosen it, but do make sure that it's a good fit and doesn't fall off. I now have a problem. How am I going to connect it to the switch? And a switch is required under the regulations. I would suggest a switch that's got screw connections, and you can either cut the wire, put it under the screw and do the screw up, or perhaps to make it easier so you don't even need to cut wires, you can use a couple of paper clips secured under the screws. And we'll get to using that in a second. The motor has got very small terminals on it, and you'll have a good deal more trouble connecting to that. So we'll get one in a minute. And we'll connect the motor and everything together for you. Now there are two methods of connection used. We could go in series or parallel, and again, as we've mentioned earlier, we'll look at those a little later so that you can see why you would choose one over the other. Now if I'm to wire in parallel, I'm going to use or assume one half of the panel and the other half. They're just like two batteries. So what I need to do is I want to have the negatives, and I've marked them black here, and red is positive, and you can see on the panel, especially if I tell you, the rear face is connected to the positive terminal. That's the positive output of the cell. The front face is negative. It's on the negative terminal. And the cells are connected in series, one after the other. So we've got 7 of them connected at half a volt each, giving us 3.5 volts out on the two terminals. So if I connect the two halves of the panel in parallel, I will be connecting the negative to the negative. It's as though I've got two separate batteries, and I'll go from positive to positive, and that's all very well. I might have that connected. I now need to get that across to the motor. Now the motor terminals are quite small, and I need to connect positive to one side and negative to the other. I've now got my motor connected in parallel. And if we just consider it so we can understand what I've done, it's as though I've got the motor connected to one half of the panel. I could take that half of the panel away and the motor is still connected. And because I've linked the two halves of the panel together, if I took that half of the panel away, I've still got the motor connected to one side of the panel. So I've got the same voltage, because when I connect in parallel, the voltage stays the same, but I've got the ability to have twice as much current flowing to the motor. You may have noticed how I connected the terminals, and this is fairly important. If you want to use this system, and I think this system is probably the best at primary level because it's simple and quick. If I was to connect the panel to the alligator clip, just like that, it's not really terribly secure, it can come off. But if I make sure that I connect the alligator clip to the side of the lug, it gets a really, really solid grip and likely to stay there unless I'm very, very, very rough with it. So do make sure you clip to the sides, and when you're connecting one clip to the other here, it doesn't matter nearly as much because you're getting a good bite across the wider area of the clip. So there we go, that's easy. We now have parallel connection. If I want series, where my motor will spin faster and suit a higher sun level, I've got to reconfigure this. So we'll take it apart, and in series I want to connect this panel as though it's two batteries inserted like in a torch, nose to tail. So I need to connect the positive of one side to the negative of the other. That would be the same as connecting two batteries. So I need to come positive of this half of the panel to the negative of this half. This will give me 14 cells all in series then, with a total of 7 volts. My motor will want to spin twice as fast. Now I only need to come off one positive terminal there, and we've got a couple too many wires here in the way, making a bit of a mess. And we need to go to the negative connection of the panel. So now we lay it out so we can see where the wires are. And I could even shorten that one down a bit, couldn't I? Because that doesn't need to be nearly as long, and it'll still reach. So now all of a sudden, fairly quick reconfigure of the wires. I've got negative coming in to this bottom part of the panel, positive coming out of the bottom part of the panel, connecting to negative of the top half, and the positive going off to the motor. So I've now got it connected in series, where the motor will spin twice as fast, but I don't have as much current available. These are the two connections you would normally do while operating your boat. At lower sun level, you would want to run in parallel, and at higher sun levels, you'd want to run in series.